Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and today we are beginning a brand new series on the channel, as we are beginning Batman the Animated Series. So, bit of a, confusing comment that may come about this depending on how this gets uploaded. But I did originally record a different episode for this series as the premiere episode, which I believe was called The Cat and the Claw. But my set guy, who did my sets for Kim Possible, Jake Long, another show that's coming up that probably isn't on the channel yet, I want to say, they gave me files personally, which are in a different order than the ones I had prior to this, which, again, I only recorded one episode, so it's not a big deal. So, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to be uploaded yet. Like I said, I did record that one as the premiere, but apparently it's not the premiere, so I don't really know what to do there. If this goes up first, then I'll probably just slice out the intro for that video and then just give the reaction itself. If not, and it does go up first in this one, then, I don't know what I'm going to do with the actual numbering of this series. It's going to be a fucking joke. But anyway, that's just something there to look out for, I guess. If this goes up first, then I sound, a bit weird with no context when I go into that one. Well, I guess you know now. And I'll probably just put a message at the start of that anyway. But anyway, I have a little context and a little experience with Batman now. But, well, this series in particular. But yeah. Of Batman itself, this is definitely, of the DC-related characters, he is or the franchise, I should say, is the one I've always been the most curious and the most interested in immersing myself into. I've done some Batman stuff on the channel before. I've done the Batman and Robin movie, which was back in 2017. That was a very long time ago. I did Lego Movie, which retains a Batman, a version of Batman in it, as well as the Lego Batman movie, which is, just a straight up kind of homage to the franchise, I guess you could say, of Batman, which was very fun. I really did enjoy that movie quite a bit. And then there was the Lego Movie 2, which also had Batman as a prevalent character. Beyond that, I've done some other silly niche stuff in there. I've done, the My Little Pony Meet series, which has episodes retaining to Batman characters, Batman, the Joker. There might have been some more in there that I don't remember now. But, just little things here and there to give more context and clues in the series. And beyond reaction stuff, the only other thing really retaining to Batman I'd seen is the 90s or pre-2000s movie of Scooby-Doo, in which they did a crossover film with Batman and Robin, which was, I ain't watched that in many years, but it was something, alright. And I don't even think that's the only crossover Scooby-Doo's done with Batman now. They've had, I think, quite a number of adventures at this point, as goes with Warner Bros. Properties and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I am really curious to get into Batman. I have been for a few years now, and I feel like this has been, or would be, the best place to begin, as I imagine this is the place where a lot of people kind of began their Batman journey, right? If you're not a comic fan, if you're not, that kind of stuff, and, I want to assume that a lot of my audience probably, were born 2000s, pre-2010s and whatnot. So the Dark Knight trilogy probably wouldn't have been an introductory anyway. So this is pretty comfortable, because based on my own experience with Spider-Man the Animated Series, I want to assume that these are kind of the most kind of comic accurate adaptations thus far of the characters, and give the best kind of clues and context into the franchise overall. And this is a long series anyway. This is at least 85 episodes in there, so, and it has movies as well. So there is a lot of information, a lot of stuff to absorb in this series that I am very much looking forward to. And yeah, that's kind of it. I've been wanting to do this kind of stuff for a while. This series I've been interested in doing for a few years now, and now I feel like it's the time to finally begin it, right? So yeah, that's kind of that. I don't know how many actual comic fans I have on the channel, but hey, should be fun, right? Should be fun. Beyond Batman, my most you know, my most superhero knowledge in general was Spider-Man, and even then, beyond Spider-Man, I had very little inclusion in anything Marvel. Which changed only a couple years ago when a friend of mine made me watch the the MCU with them, and now I like a majority of those characters, you know, so I'm more willing and more, curious now to get into other characters I have no idea about, you know, and Batman is the top one for me, you know, I'm familiar with a lot of their characters, Batman, Joker, Harley Quinn, she's fucking massive now, she has her own DC series going on now, I believe Harley Quinn is still going on at this point, and yeah, now I don't know if I'll ever go into stuff like that, that's so absurdly far down the line, I don't even want to think about that kind of stuff right now. But, you never know. You never know. Anyway, guys, Batman the Animated Series will commence in 3, 2, 1, and play. Let's do this. Even when I recorded the other episode, it's been a little while since that even. You know, so I'll probably rewatch that on my own time as a little reminder of what happened in it. But yeah. That is a long car. Very cool. Does all this in spandex and a cape. That is some good stuff right there. P.O.V. Alright. I'm assuming the point of view of being the Batman, what it's like and whatnot. That's my guess. So what has Gotham City got for us this time?
How are we doing for time?
Bullock's meeting us at 2300 hours. We'll be there with time to spare. Relax.
Sorry, I've never worked a sting before.
It ought to be a hot one.
Cool.
Hot is right. What happened?
Well, something didn't go right inside, you know?
Where's Bullock?
I don't know.
It's like a factory, I
We're
assume.
in deep trouble. We've got to find Bullock.
Detective Bullock, are you all right?
I'm okay.
Do you realize what this means? Why didn't you wait for us?
No time, man. Crime waits for no one, as they say, you know? Oh.
Let's go!
Wait. More inside.
Wilkes, go after those two! I'll check out the warehouse.
The fact that they're showing actual guns and not like silly looking lasers and shit really clues you into how mature you could say this series is gonna be. But that's something you just don't see in TV, even way after this. Okay, bro.
When I'm
Calm
done
down.
with you clowns, you won't qualify as security guards. The department works months to nail that drug lord. We lay out $2 million in cash for the sting, and in 5 stinking minutes, you idiots blow it.
Hey, I didn't blow anything.
Well, one of you did.
Well, it definitely
Well,
wasn't the
maybe what we've
cops.
got
They
here
weren't
is
even
3
there.
cops on the take.
That's uncalled for.
What? You can't be serious.
Where does he get off? Hey, I'll tell you who's to blame. Batman.
What?
You saw the Batman too?
Come on, Harvey. Batman's fault?
Then whose fault is it, officer?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't Batman.
Blame a
Either
mercenary
you
who has
start
nothing to
coming
do
up
with this.
Some answers or hand over your badges.
I'm telling you, Lieutenant, Batman blew the bust.
Dodging
Montoya and Wilson
responsibility
were
at
late,
every
so I had
turn.
to go in alone.
It definitely sounds like
God.
police for
We
sure.
weren't late.
You had your chance. All right, Bullock, let's have it.
Like I said, I had to go in alone. I was waiting for Wilkes and Montoya when I saw
Okay,
that blasted
P.O.V.
Batman enter
3
the
different
warehouse.
stories,
I
only
couldn't
one
wait for
truth.
backup any longer. I was afraid he'd screw up the bust, so I followed him.
No, I wouldn't say 3. I mean, we already saw what the cops were doing.
Got it. The boss was right. There must be a couple of mil in here.
That is one wolf mouth-watering summer dough, for sure.
I was closing in when this loud noise tipped him. Must have been Batman.
Oh yeah, sure. Alright, well how did you get out of that one then?
Freeze, maggots! You're all under arrest. Jeez! Over there.
He seriously failed to punch him there? What the hell? This guy ain't the most athletic of the group, seriously, what the fuck? Ah. So the fire was entirely your fault. Even in your own story. Fair enough. Maybe Batman will just write a letter and give it to them about his point of view on this. What actually happened, no BS. Even though this is entirely plausible, this does feel like the truth.
Right, copper.
I mean, that is, of course, you know, terrifying. Regardless if you're a cop or not, to be stuck in a burning
In spite of the
warehouse.
fire, I had everything under control. And then Batman showed up and bungled everything.
Jumping into a burning building with a cape. The balls on this man, seriously.
Lucky I was there to save his butt.
Yeah. Cool story, man.
My last bit of strength to get us out.
So you went in because of Batman.
I told you they were late.
Were you trying to beat him out of the collar? Or beat them to the cash?
Ease up, Lieutenant.
No, you back off, Commissioner. Gordon, this is my investigation. So pipe down or get out. He knows that we're supposed to go in as a team. Bullock, I
Yeah.
demand to know the real reason you didn't wait for the rest of your team. Bullock!
Give me a break. Why did you ask them why they were late?
After his own story, it does feel like it's his
All
fault.
right, let's hear from the rookie. Maybe he knows who's to blame for this screw-up.
Well, like Officer Montoya said, we weren't late. When we arrived, Detective Bullock was down. Then the two suspects came out of the building. I pursued them while Officer Montoya went into the warehouse. When I looked into the alley, the suspects completely vanished.
Sure. You on a train track right now?
thought I'd bought it. Then he came flying out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'd heard of him, but I'd never seen him before.
The ultimate stalker of the night.
The Batman threw out his hand and sparks flew from his fingertips. Then he pointed his fingers, and some kind of ray shot out at the van.
What the fuck, bro?
It blew the door open.
Oh my god,
One
these
of the
descriptions are
suspects standing
hilarious.
out. The other one must have escaped through the loading dock. The guy tried to bolt.
Depicting him as
Batman
like
just pointed at
some
him.
silly urban legend
It was unbelievable.
with crazy powers and shit.
Batman's on the guy in a flash. Then the Batman says something to him.
What did he say?
I couldn't hear, but the guy looked plenty scared and blurted out, "Doc, something."
Doc who?
I don't know. He just said, "Doc."
We're interrogating the suspect now, but it doesn't look like he'll crack.
Well, I think the rookie's holding something back.
Take it easy. He told you everything he knows.
Yeah.
How touching. I hope you're as good at defending yourself.
I'm just gonna
since
doubt
the detective
everyone
is
here.
calling you a liar.
Wait a minute. Nobody's calling anyone a liar. There's obviously a communication problem here. But my officers are not liars.
Well, someone in here is lying.
Why don't you reserve judgment until you've heard what Officer Montoya has to say?
All right, let's have your version.
Like I said before, we got there on time. Bullock was down. He said there were still suspects inside, so I entered.
Yep, that he did say. And in every version of these stories, Batman has something to do.
And then I heard the name Hathcock. Freeze! Police!
It's kind of a small explosion for the fire.
Get her.
My pleasure.
Jesus, that's a creepy face. And yep, once again, the trademark signature.
I guess Batman must have gotten a second wind after Detective Bullock dragged him out. Because he was in rare form. Behind you!
Jesus Christ. He may not have any powers, but he beats thugs up like it's nothing.
I was just about to cuff them when the whole place started to come down. Before I knew what happened, Batman pushed me out of the way.
And yeah, okay, calm down here. I don't care how strong he might be,
Buried alive.
he ain't getting out of that one. If that's what happens, like, no.
There was nothing I could do.
Poor Batman. But don't feel too bad. One of you is going to burn too. What we've got here is 3 cops with 2 stories.
I'm telling you, they were late.
Commissioner, it's just not true. Bullock went in early.
So you're accusing the detective of trying to hog the collar.
He may have had good reason for going in, but we were not late.
So it's my word against theirs.
Pretty much.
Now what, Commissioner?
You're all suspended until I make my decision.
Suspended?
Hey, you can't...
But no,
I'll take your badges and your weapons.
Well, that sucks. We very well might have a crooked cop among us, you never know.
You too, officer.
Gotham Police.
Doc, Dr. Hathcock. Doc. Gotham Harbor, the dock. I'd better tell...
Yeah, you ain't on the roll anymore. It's not a bad assumption though, honestly. All things considered. But whatever it is, we already know that someone a lot more competent than you is taking care of it.
Hathcock. Yes. Now it all comes together.
But you're unarmed. Hey, sure, you understood. What the fuck? Oh wow, what a great premiere, man. The title character gets fucking taken out. Oh, that's lovely. I guess the Dark Knight ain't as invincible as modern day portrays him.
I wonder what the boss is gonna do with pointy ears up there.
Well, he's already been chop-broiled. How about we skewer him, huh?
Nah,
Nice.
the boss figures he's worth more in one piece.
Where is your boss? Is he gonna keep me hanging around all day?
Keep your cape on. He's right up there.
That's all I wanted to know.
What the hell? That is very risky, because you have no idea how many guns are involved here. Luckily, it seems to be 0. There we go, thank you. Ooh.
I thought you were...
Not while there's unfinished business.
Cool. And we're still... Okay.
Come on.
I still don't want to reveal who the main baddie is. I'm curious if they'll just leave that a mystery for the episode and then find out later, or we'll find out at the very end. Wow. What the fuck were those movements? Ooh, nice. Maybe you should just, yeah, stay in the water for a bit. I also like how all the thugs are the exact same body size. Just massive behemoths.
Are you all right?
Dandy.
Then don't go away.
Count on it.
Come on, man. How do you miss every shot? Okay. Oh, that's a good shot. I appreciate the fact that the thugs are not one and done deals. They're very much actually trying here. Oh god, we're just going for cold-blooded murder? Cold-blooded murder it is! Yeah. After that, I wouldn't get up either. Alright, I did show him. No one I recognize. But then again, like I said, I don't know that much about Batman villains, other than, like, just the classics. Israel could just be a niche villain they begin off with. Nice! And you've killed a lot of people. Very nice, Batman, very nice. I don't care what you say, those two drowned at the very least. Cool.
I have to hand it to you, Montoya. You and the Batman really turned this thing around.
Yeah, what a collar. You didn't just bust him, you put the whole gang out of commission.
What collar? She's suspended.
This farce has gone far enough, Hackle. We've nailed the suspects and recovered our money. The investigation is closed.
Sure.
Officer Montoya earned this collar.
The collar belongs to all three of us. It was a team effort.
I don't know. The other dude is a little sus.
Thanks, partner.
Yeah, go look.
What was that, Bullock?
Bullock.
I said, thanks a lot, Montoya.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we're done. Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Alright, that was an interesting one. Outro theme's very nice as well. (1992) was when this began. Very interesting. Yeah, so I think Spider-Man, the animated series, was like 94, so just a couple years later. Alright. So that was, I guess, the actual premiere of Batman. Again, it's, you know, different kind of stuff there. A lot of people probably didn't start with this one, and I have no idea what the Blu-ray starts with or whatever, so I have no idea what Warner tried to market this as. But this did feel pretty good for a series premiere, right? Because there is a lot of mystery around it. It doesn't answer too many questions. We don't even see Bruce Wayne at all in this episode, so we have no idea who that is yet, you know? I do assume this was begun with the idea that, you know, this was made with the idea of introducing people to the characters, you know, to people who've never heard of Batman before to get exposed and, you know, get familiar with him. So because of that, you know, I feel like a lot of the characters were done right. You know, Batman is currently, it seems like he's just seen as this kind of legend that not many people, even the cops, actually know a lot about, you know, just being referred to as the Batman, you know, and how the Batman came and helped and whatnot. So, you know, there's obviously a lot of mystery and intrigue built around Batman's character in Gotham City. And, you know, I'm really curious just how far they go with that. Like, you know, what is the timeline currently for Batman as a character? Has he met the Joker? Has he met, you know, Poison Ivy? Has he met Mr. Freeze? Are any of the classic kind of villains already kind of, you know, familiar with the character? I assume not, you know. Like I said, this was very much kind of a mystery, kind of like a spy kind of built episode, you know, where it started having different point of views of the events, you know, how some things don't really put in place because obviously no one in the police force wants to take the blame for whatnot. But yeah, it was pretty good. I do like how it did portray Batman as, of course, despite the fact that he is the, you know, the title character, he is not a superhero. He is very much a you know, a hero with mortal standards and mortal limitations and whatnot. So in not every scenario is he going to be, you know, enough to take care of the problem. And I do like how, you know, the officer did play a pretty big role in actually helping Batman out in this case. So I do like that. It doesn't portray Batman as just being the, you know, just being the, you know, the super enough to save the day kind of scenario. You know, he is very much just a man who was kind of, I guess, peaked in terms of his physical physique, but even that is not enough to get out of every scenario, you know, and they did portray that pretty well here. So I do imagine that although we'll probably have a lot of scenarios where Batman is enough to take care of, you know, whatever the night may need that night, we'll probably get a lot of side characters and secondary characters that will probably assist in the series. I don't know if Robin's a character in this series, you know, he wasn't really, he wasn't portrayed here, nor in the Cat in the Claw episode that I did view. So I am curious if he is a character in this series, or he'll get introduced, say, later on in the show. But, yeah. I'd say this was pretty, this was a pretty good take on the beginning of the Batman series, and I am, you know, I am interested. Like I said, I am very interested in seeing where we do go from here on out for this show. Because, yeah, it was pretty good. So I'm going to make a quick cut, because I do have to do something real quick. And when I come back, I will start on episode 2 and 3. And yeah, we'll keep rolling from there. So I'll see you in a second. And we are back. So yeah, I'm really curious now, based off that episode, if, you know, we do kind of switch between perspectives as the series goes on. Because obviously that episode was very much not in the perspective of Batman as a character. You know, just of the cops. So I'm curious if, as we go along, we get more and more episodes kind of centric around not just the kind of lives of the other characters, but also just the perspective of how things happen from the viewpoint of the others, right? So if we get episodes where we're almost entirely on the Joker's perspective, or if we're on, you know, Catwoman's perspective, or just other characters, and, you know, and we follow the stories through their eyes, and then Batman just comes in, I feel like that'd be pretty cool. You know, I don't think Spider-Man really did that much, but that, you know, I'd like that for an idea for Batman. That definitely feels like it would work better in this kind of series as opposed to obviously that one. But yeah, that would be fun, I think. I'm curious just how much mystery and how much lore we're gonna build up as we go along with this, you know, because despite the fact that was the first episode, you know, the bad guy, you know, the boss, the crime boss wasn't even named, so I have no idea if that is like an important character that could come back in the future, or maybe he becomes a super villain later on, you know, as someone who is a bit more well known at that point, but I don't know. I am curious, like I said, I am very curious moving forward with this show, and yeah, it is good. So anyway, guys, let's go on and do episode 2. Dun dun. Like, Jesus Christ, is the Batmobile a long car? Holy fuck. Feels like it would honestly be complicated to drive from that far back. And a reminder, he does all of this with a cape. Like, holy hell. The Batman. On leather wings. Okay. That could definitely apply to Batman. But let's see if it does.
This is Gotham Air 1 reporting in. Things are actually quiet for once.
You see that?
What?
I had a blip. It just ghosted across my screen.
I don't see anything.
It was there. Whatever it is must be right below us. Oh, there it is.
They're
Oh,
warriors.
that did not
It
look
looked
good.
like bat wings.
Is that dude
Batwings.
blind? How did he miss
Okay,
that?
take us up through those clouds, just in case.
Yeah, what is this? Some mutated fucking bat?
Sorry, kid. There's nothing up here.
I swear I saw it.
Is Batman working on
Something
getting
was flying
powers and
around
it
up here.
failed miserably? That does look terrifying.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. You too can fulfill the dream of being a high-paid radio personality in your spare time, just like me. Just call... just call the Gotham Institute of Broadcast Arts. Yeah, that's better. Call
Cool
the
job,
Gotham
man.
Institute.
Oh, good lord, and we're about to get some horror action up in here.
Get away!
Man, I can really see why they crossed over with Scooby-Doo. This really does feel like a Scooby-Doo perspective. Like, what in the actual fuck is going on right now? Legitimate monster up in here?
I didn't authorize this statement, Detective.
Come on, Commissioner.
Oh.
Somebody asked me a couple of questions. I just gave him a couple of answers.
You gave them without my approval. If you'd kept quiet, he wouldn't know we're moving against him.
I'll find him. I just need a little extra help, Your Honor.
What kind of help?
I want my own tactical squad for the sole purpose of throwing a net over this Batman.
No.
Commissioner?
I've already denied the request. Nobody's taking a vigilante force onto my streets.
Your Honor, any nutcase that dresses up like a bat sooner or later is gonna snap.
Listen, it's just not Batman's M.O.
Oh yeah? Tell that to the guy he just tossed through the window.
I think we could spare a few men, Commissioner. Detective Bullock does have a reputation for getting results. I'm authorizing the strike force.
Well,
anything else, Detective?
nice.
Just make sure the DA's office can give me an airtight case, sir.
If you catch him, Harvey, I'll put him in jail for you.
Well, this sucks. Police force against the Batman now, huh? This is a rough life.
Gotham police declare war on Batman.
I gather you've been reading How to Make Friends and Influence People.
Somebody's setting me up.
My heavens. You mean it wasn't you tossing guards out of windows last night?
I only toss butlers, Alfred. Look here, there were 2 very quiet burglaries at other
So,
pharmaceutical
Butler's got a
companies
bit of
this
snot
week.
to him.
Nobody
Very
hurt
nice.
last night.
Love me a
But
sassy
chemicals
butler.
stolen, just the same.
And you suspect a pattern?
Only one way to find out.
I'll cancel Master Bruce's rendezvous with, Bambi, was it, sir?
Yes, Alfred, do that.
Jesus! That is a fast car. Uh-oh.
Come here, you.
Oh my god, and we're about to go a little above our target demographic there.
I'll call the police.
Oh. Well, that could have gone a lot spicier than it did. Shame, really.
Yeah?
The Batman's been sighted breaking into Phoenix Labs. Thought you'd be interested.
I want my squad there, backed by choppers and as many officers as you can get now.
Okay. Well, this guy's really got a grudge against Batman, it seems. Curious as to why. All this for one guy. One non-superpowered guy.
Call the Gotham Instant.
Yeah. So how does he get out of this one, I wonder? Again, regular guy, but I guess we'll have to see. That is a lot of, that's a lot of people.
He's in there. I want him by any means necessary. Commissioner, you're just in time to see us hang this bat upside down.
You sure he's in there?
The chopper pilots just spotted him on the 4th floor.
Well, he can't be two places at once. Another pharmaceutical factory was just robbed across town. You've got the wrong suspect.
What?
Oof. But still someone's in there, so, you know, it's worth handling first. Another case where that cape almost, you know, completely ruined it.
Gas attack! Put on your mask!
Hey, there he is!
Well, somebody's in there, Commissioner.
Call him off, Bullock, or I will.
The bat's gotta be in there, sir. What do you think?
Oh my god, seriously?
We'll smoke him out. Okay, men. Ready with your masks.
Yeah, didn't really work out. And if those other guys are not dead, I'm calling serious BS. Yeah, just pass out, man.
The Gotham Zoo tour tram departs in 5 minutes. Adventures in Chiroptery at the Bat exhibit.
Hey, there's the dude.
30 minutes.
Good old Bruce.
Hello? Anybody here? Dr. March?
Who is it?
Bruce Wayne. I have an appointment. I called about a bat problem.
What do you think we are? Pest control?
Well, I just need.
Yes, yes, come in.
Why, thank you, Doctor.
Oh, this dude doesn't look
You
threatening
donate
at
a few
all.
million and you think you own the place. I understand I'm to analyze something for you?
Yeah, Doc. See, I keep hearing squeaks in my chimney, and I found these in my empty fireplace. They look like hairs. I thought maybe you could tell me if I have a bat problem.
And what if they are bats, Mr. Wayne? What then? Destroy them like insects? We won't survive the next evolutionary cataclysm, but bats will. They're survivors, Mr. Wayne, not pests. You should understand that.
Dude,
Dad?
just do your job.
I hope Mr. Wayne understands you mean no disrespect.
Well, of course not, Miss...
Oh, Mrs. Well, actually, Doctor. I'm Francine Langstrom. I think you spoke with my husband on the phone?
Oh, Mr. Wayne, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm Kirk Langstrom. Did you bring the sample?
I gave it to Dr. Moore. Where'd he go?
Probably to get started on the analysis. If it's a bat problem, we'll know by tonight.
Dad was lecturing Mr. Wayne on the virtues of Chiroptera.
Chiroptera what?
Chiroptera, bats. And I hope he didn't get carried away. He's a little, protective of all this. I think he likes bats better than people.
I can't imagine. I brought you this, too. It's a recording I made of the noise in my chimney.
That's, a little concerning.
That doesn't sound like any bat I've ever heard, Mr. Wayne.
He's really pulling this off.
People have a sound library. Maybe they can identify it. We'll let you know.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound right.
I didn't realize you'd taken up listening to rock and roll, sir.
I'm really curious as to what the hell the deal is with this bat thing.
Against any musical sounds. Computer still can't come close to pinpointing it.
Wayne Manor, one moment, please. A call for Master Bruce from a Dr. March.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
I love how the tone changes instantly.
Common brown bats. They shouldn't pose a problem. As the weather gets colder, they'll move on.
What about the sound on the tape?
It's actually two sounds, starlings and brown bats. Probably fighting over a nest in your chimney.
Appreciate the help, Doc. I'll return the favor next time you're raising funds. Bye-bye.
Nice.
This computer checked that fiber against every animal species known to man. I went to them because I thought they might know something we didn't. That hair wasn't a brown bat's.
And those
which means, obviously, he's lying.
Computer, check against combined sounds.
It's very possible that thing is either in cahoots with him, it's his creation, and he, like, he's controlling it, or he lost control of it.
I would say, sir, that we have ourselves an incongruity.
Incongruity, Alfred? He's lying, and I'm gonna find out why.
It's probably because it's his thing. Bat lover, mutated bat, all the good shit. And of course, destroying evidence.
Can't fight it. It's got me.
Alright, so yeah, he is the bat. Freaky doctor obsessed with evolution, I guess. Classical stuff right there.
Who's back there? You.
I'm looking for Dr. March.
He's not here, Batman.
Where is he?
Giving a lecture on human extinction and bat evolution. He's really quite brilliant.
He's misguided and a thief.
He's just a theorist. He was afraid to put it to the test, but I wasn't. I knew we'd discovered a formula to create a totally new species, neither man nor bat. And once I started taking it, I couldn't stop. I desperately wanted to, but it took over. Francine and March tried to protect me, but it was too late.
You really just...
The beast knew what chemicals were needed to bring itself about.
You're just spilling the entire story right here, right now.
It only needs one more component to complete the process.
My god, this dude's loony.
In me, Batman.
Sure. This dude is classic villain shit. If he's just spilling the entire story right here and now. This is, probably a little above Batman's pay grade at the minute. Because, like, what the fuck is going on right now? Ah, gotta keep the pants. That is rather daring of you. Oh my god. That actually looks incredible. Batman flying on a mutated bat with no fear whatsoever.
I'm getting something strange.
Ah, not again.
I'm serious. It's right below us.
Ooh!
Gotham Command, we need choppers. We've sighted the Batman.
I really bet that hurt.
Let's go!
I can't do it, sir.
What do you mean you can't do it?
I just got word not to let you up without the commissioner.
Who told you that?
The commissioner!
Yeah, who else would?
The mayor may not let me fire you, but I am not taking the heat for your fiasco.
This is my case, Commissioner. You heard the mayor.
Then why don't you go take it up with him? I've got a job to do. If you want to tag along, fine. Take her up, Lieutenant.
Hey, wait for me!
I'll admit, this is something I genuinely was not expecting. I didn't really think Batman would have many super-powered foes in this, honestly. You know, because the ones I know, they rely more on technology than any kind of genuine mutational crap. But I guess, hey, it happens every once in a while. And to be fair, this thing is bloody threatening looking.
There he is.
There they are.
What is that thing?
That thing is what we're after.
Holy...
Ooh. Did they both go down? Okay.
Two for dinner, sir?
I got a list of all the items stolen from the chemical labs. Who would have thought they'd be used to create a monster? Maybe I can undo the fate Langstrom has brought upon himself.
Is that really something Batman knows how to do?
Sir?
I think so.
I guess he's pretty intelligent too then.
Is he all right?
Good use of the cape.
Will he change again?
No. The formula's out of his system. It's over.
But what about
now.
him trying again? You know? There's no guarantee he won't do this again if you just let him walk. This was entirely, like, his choice to do that, you know? So it's like, you never know. Like, you never know. Alright, I feel like you probably made the wrong choice in that one, Mr. Batman, you know? That guy absolutely should not have walked. But either way, that was, actually, that was pretty good. Disturbing, I would say, for sure. That is a way I would describe that one. So yeah, so we're getting a little more of, a little more into the kind of context and the kind of, you know, what am I trying to say? We're getting more into the kind of visual, you know, art we can see in this series, because, like, yeah, that was, I'm not gonna lie, for a kid's series, that transformation scene was bloody disturbing. Indeed, I get a feeling that that probably, you know, might have induced some nightmares on younger viewers, you know, but I feel like we're making it very clear that this is very much a teenage kind of centric series, you know. I don't know what the actual age rating for the Batman animated series is, but just based off of this episode and the kind of visual storytelling it does give, it does feel like, you know, this is like teenage kind of centric right here. They showed blood when Batman, you know, kind of smashed his head against the wall. You know, the transformation itself was really disturbing, like, seriously, that was quite bad, as well as just the design of the Bat monster itself. Like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But it does give Batman kind of his lizard, if you know, his kind of crazy mad scientist that loves doing shit with animals and evolution, that kind of stuff. And they did tease that that is probably not the last time we'll ever see that guy, you know. I don't remember his name, but it does imply that the Bat monster will not it's not quite done yet in the show, you know, like I said. The fact that Batman let him walk, I feel like is a big blunder, because it's like, yeah, well, what's gonna stop him from doing that again, you know? He stole before to make it happen, and he knows the formula, so, you know, it's, not really the best idea to just let him walk like that, seriously. But no, I'm liking this, like I said. I feel like I'm not really saying too much in the series, because a lot of it is just kind of, you know, dialogue centric, dialogue heavy, and there is a noticeable lack of any music in a lot of scenes, which is interesting. But I am enjoying it. You know, I did like that one. I do like how both these episodes do kind of play off of like mysteries in them. You know, so it's like as the viewer, you kind of trying to piece together what the truth is yourself, as you know, as we go along in the story, despite the fact that it is Batman's POV. So I do like that. You know, this one, of course, the fucking scientist guy just exposition dumped all of it in front of us at the very start there, but it was still pretty cool to see. And yeah, so I guess Batman does end up having his fair share of supernatural kind of villains in this, you know. That's definitely not what I was expecting, and I do like how it does add some kind of centric of realism to the actual scenarios, you know. Not much in this one, because in this kind of case, you know, Batman would have just been fucking dead the moment he tried grabbing onto that goddamn monster. But in the first episode, you know, it was very realistic in its approach of like, yeah, Batman wasn't going to win this this scenario on his own, so he does need backup every now and then. And like I said, I am curious if, as we go along, the catalogue of allies Batman gains is going to be important in the future, you know? Because there's a lot of villains to introduce in this series, and I do get the feeling that eventually we are going to probably be seeing some team-ups of villains here and there as the story goes on, you know? So, you know, for one guy, he may be the Batman, but he is still man, you know, and that is definitely the big thing right there. But no, that was pretty cool. If we get more kind of stuff like that, you know, where it feels like they aren't going to hold back in kind of, you know, just the visuals in the series, which again, I feel like it's this episode's strongest point to it, then I am very much curious and very excited to see where we go with this, you know. Because like I said, in terms of the violence itself, it doesn't feel like they really need to hold back much at all, you know. They show guns, explosions are there. Batman was actually bleeding in this episode, meaning we're not just gonna, you know, shake off kind of mortal injuries that happen. I know it wasn't too much in this episode, but it does kind of, you know, set the ground for what can be in the future. And, you know, it makes me curious just how far this series is going to go in its dark tone, for sure. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So let's go on, guys, and we will begin with episode 3. Like I said, both 1 and 2 didn't really show any characters or villains I am too familiar with, so I'm really curious to see where we go in this one, and if any iconic kind of villains will be in this set. I gotta imagine so, because we are doing 5. Probably by the end of this set, honestly, we'll probably get at least 1. But yeah, let's go on and do episode 3. I am gonna skip the intro this time. Alright, the Cape and the Cowl conspiracy. Cool.
Where tracks and golf balls roll and wind, round-colored banners of all kind. Here new instructions you will find.
You've come to the right place, Mr. McWhirter. You won't be able to find me. Just follow the sound of my voice.
What the hell?
Who the devil are you? Well, for a diplomatic courier, you're not very diplomatic, are you?
If you're my contact, what's the countersign?
Patience, patience. All your questions will be answered, dear boy, if you'll simply follow the running lights.
Oh, you're a fool for trusting that.
Okay, I'm here. Now what?
Oh, that's terrifying. That is terrifying.
Now then, about that collection of bearer bonds you're supposed to transport, if you'll just tell me where I can find them, you might get out of here alive.
Sounds like a reasonable deal.
All right, I'll tell you.
Good call. Now hurry up. I hate it when people talk with their mouth full.
Yeah, it's very funny, bro. The only question is, will he keep that word?
Last night, the International Relief Consortium was supposed to receive a delivery from one of their couriers. This guy. Name's McWhirter.
Oh.
He's lucky to be alive.
The commissioner's just straight up working with Batman.
Donation. A diplomatic pouch containing $750,000 in bearer bonds, earmarked for humanitarian aid.
To starving refugees in Eastern Europe. Yeah, I know.
Only McWhirter never showed up. Somebody else got to the bonds before he did. And now they're missing.
The same somebody who lured him into that quicksand trap you mentioned? You know who that sounds like, don't you? Wormwood. The interrogator.
The guy who specializes in using death traps to pry information out of his victims?
Oh.
Terrific.
Okay.
Look up slippery
So
in the
actually
dictionary, and you get
used to
Hosea
this
Wormwood.
guy then. Which is
well,
good.
I guess if anyone can pin something on him and make it stick, you can.
Maybe. Right now, though, we're not even sure he's in town. But I think I know which one of Wormwood's associates might be able to give me that information.
Oh, yeah. I remember this clown.
Does it count as
Nothing
being a
but
dirty
two-bit
cop if
convict,
you're giving,
but a continental
you know,
chap. A real
classified
smoothie.
info to
The kind who'll do anything for a free
mercenaries?
meal. Calls himself the Baron.
But that's interesting, though. So it does show that the commissioner is working with Batman, which is pretty crazy, given how against him the first 2 episodes seem to be. Curious if that will be unraveled by the detective.
Madam President, honored guests, this is a rare pleasure for me. Unaccustomed as I am to being sought after.
Damn, right through the cake. What the hell? And everyone's just loving it. Oh, wow. Talk about the disrespect.
How dare you manhandle me?
I want information from you. By the way, I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Jesus Christ. That sadistic smirk. Oh, he loves his job. How strong is that grappling hook though to hold them both?
That's all you have on your friend Wormwood?
I've told you all I know. What more do you want? Let me down!
Just one more thing, Baron. I suggest that for your health, you take a vacation. Somewhere far away from Gotham City.
Sure. Give it up, man. You were beaten. He literally lifted you with one fucking hand. Like, you really think you're gonna get out of this?
Come in.
This had better be important, Vaclav.
It is, to me. I want the Batman's cape and cowl, and I want you to get them for me.
Sure.
Humble the legendary Batman? I must admit it is an intriguing challenge, but I'm afraid I can't contain my curiosity. I must know. What do you want them for?
I will be glad to tell you that, dear Wormwood. If you will tell me how you got those bearer bonds away from the International Relief Consortium?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Come on, man. We can trade
Have it your
secrets.
way. In that case, I will say only that you will be very well paid to do as I request, without further questions.
Sure.
All right. I'll get you the Batman's cape and cowl. That won't be difficult. He is only human, after all.
You'd be surprised, honestly. I'm half questioning it myself. And there's the infamous bat signal.
Got a new toy, I see.
I figure it might come in handy.
It might get you in trouble with the mayor.
Let me worry about the mayor. Here, have a look at this.
Where iron horses go to rot, and children toot their horns a lot, a damsel's pleas shall come to naught.
Do you know what it means?
Not a clue.
Don't you?
No, I don't. But it is cool that we are getting an actual character I do recognize. So I'm assuming this guy eventually takes up the mantle of the Riddler. The full costume and all. Probably after this episode just swears to be Batman's like arch enemy and shit. I didn't even think of the Riddler, honestly, when going through the list of villains in Batman.
Looking for someone, Batman? Sorry, you won't find me in there. However, you will find a trap.
Oh, good lord.
You have approximately 1 minute to save that young woman. But I'll remove her from jeopardy if you simply surrender your cape and cowl. You can push it through the little opening at the base of the engine door. 30 seconds left, Batman.
Well, crap.
15 seconds.
It's very possible he doesn't... Okay, of course.
One second left.
1.
Hologram?
Oh. Alright. Not gonna lie, that was a bit disappointing. And again, this is all just a game to him, so I guess that kind of deception does make sense. Well, no one really won this round, honestly. This was more just like a draw.
No. The first apparatus.
The trap at the old railway exhibit.
Yes. He beat it.
So there will have to be others?
Only one. And this time I shall put the man himself in jeopardy. I have a facility at Delarue's Wax Museum that will serve our purposes nicely.
You better hope so.
See that you succeed.
There's only so much time left in the episode.
And once you have what you want, you must tell me why. Well.
Nope. Yeah, you don't need to know that, bro. Just shut up, take the money, and we'll all move on.
And young Babe Ruth stand side by side with John Wilkes Booth. Batman will find a plan uncouth.
Well, what do you think this one means?
Those famous figures standing around together? Delarue's Wax Museum, what else?
Oh, of course.
Wow. Yep.
Over here, Batman.
Obvious trap.
Come right in.
Oh, we got like the full-on
Now, if I might call your attention
black
to
and
the
white
panel
image. That was
sliding
pretty cool.
open along
I love
the
that
ceiling.
transition.
It's uncovering a 20,000-watt halogen bulb. I don't actually know how hot 20,000 watts make a room, but I do know that it melts wax.
Oh, that does actually hurt a little to look at.
It will melt you.
Yep, sorry, ma'am. You thought of everything. Oh, that sucks. That is the worst position you could have been stuck in.
You can save yourself simply by giving me your cape and cowl. After all, it looks like your weapons are covered with wax. No hurry, I'll wait. Ooh, very inventive. Do you suppose it will work?
Yeah. I definitely feel like he's enjoying this just because how creative Batman is as a character. He knows exactly how to utilize all of his gadgets. Nice.
Congratulations. But don't breathe too deeply, Batman. It seems that when you shatter the lamp, you trigger the release of a toxic nerve gas from a tank in the ceiling.
Oh.
Now, your cape and cowl.
That feels like checkmate, honestly. I don't know how I can believe him getting out of this one.
All right. Turn off the gas. You win.
Nothing like a breath of fresh air, eh, Batman? And now, your cape and cowl, please.
satisfied?
I don't know. That looks more threatening than the fucking cape.
Neatly over here, by the light. A second mask. Not as confident as we'd seen.
He was
then,
prepared
are
for
we?
everything.
Well, keep your silly identity. These are all I require.
Fair enough. That was very silly of him to actually do that, but whatevs. Alright, this is his first loss, which is pretty crazy.
Stop stalling, Yotsek. I've got the goods. Have you got my certified check?
I have indeed. But first,
I want to know how much that is.
To our success.
On one condition.
You want to know
Will you
why?
tell me why you wanted Batman's cape and cowl? Finally?
Ah, but you know my condition. You must tell me your secret. Then I will tell you mine. What did you do with those bonds?
It's a fair trade.
And who commissioned their theft?
Alright, that's a little much.
If you really want to,
Client confidentiality and all that.
an agent of the Kyrian Emirates will get the bonds from a locker at Pan-Europa Airways tomorrow, when I meet him there to give him this key.
Plus, the fact that you give up information like that kind of makes you unreliable.
And Cowl.
I am going
to wear them.
Cosplay.
You're not Yotsek?
Oh, what the fuck?
You were playing me for a fool.
From the day you first walked.
What the hell? He's not even the same body type. How the fuck does Unmasked change that?
It was you I was dealing with all along.
Give me the key.
They don't look remotely similar in size. I respect the hustle though. That was pretty good. I didn't think Batman was honestly that smart, but I guess I underestimated him again. Yeah, I probably should have knocked him out a little better. Or at all. Oh crap, he actually beat him. Yeah, this is honestly brutal, kinda. Like, fucking weights hurt, trust me. Okay, like... But how strong is this guy? How strong is this guy to throw around weights like they're nothing? Like, I can get Batman doing that, but this guy doesn't look anywhere near strong enough. And that cape you wanted so badly saved your life. Seriously? You weren't even in yet!
agent of the Kyrian Emirates.
The bugs in the room picked up the whole story on tape.
Europa Airways tomorrow.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
So he was right to work with you.
For the use of the hall, if he ever returns from Europe.
When we collared the Kyrian agent at the airport, he sang like a bird, and he fingered you as the guy who was going to sell him the bonds. Oh, almost forgot. This came for you.
Oh my god, don't tell me it's a fucking cape.
Confinement will speed your reform, but long cold nights will be the norm. So here is a thing.
Is it a Batman themed blanket or something? Like a cape?
Well.
Come on. Yeah, you got your cape! Oh, that's great. That is the best fucking flex, I think, of the entire show thus far. And I know we're 3 episodes in, so that makes me excited for later on. Oh, the pettiness in that fucking gift is just incredible. Honestly, I don't care if, like, he's the mortal enemy or not. That cape is fucking sick, and I would wear it. You know, even if he is the one that got me in jail, that looks fucking sweet. Maybe one day he'll get the rest of the uniform to go with it. Ah, that was funny. So it was never said in the episode or not, because obviously this is like you know, this is the first episode he's retained in. But I'm curious if that was like a Riddler origin story, because I do know that the Riddler is a big character in Batman. You know, he's got that weird kind of spandex green with like question marks on him, that kind of stuff. He's a character I've barely ever seen at all, but I do know of the Riddler, so I'm assuming that is like a an origin of him. And I do suspect that, you know, the classic kind of more well-known characters like you know, Catwoman, which I already saw, you know, Joker, Harley Quinn, who is actually debuted in this series and wasn't a comic book character, you know, Mr. Freeze and whatnot. I'm curious if they all get refined origin stories before they actually put on their costumes and become the well-known characters that they are. And I do assume that is the case for this one, but this was really fun. That was like Batman's strongest one, because that was just his biggest flex, and just show him how smart a character he is. He's not just brute force, he is actually quite intelligent and a bit of a master Riddler himself. You know, the way he figured out all of the riddles so easily, and then played the ultimate gotcha moment on him as well. Like, that was fucking masterful right there. So yeah, that was really sweet. I really did enjoy that one quite a bit. God, I'm trying to think what would be my favorite one thus far, honestly. I don't know, they're all pretty goddamn good. But they're good for different reasons. You know, this one kind of showed just how much of a genius Batman is. The original, you know, the premiere really highlighted the mystery of the character and how much of a kind of legend he is among the police force and whatnot. And episode 2 was just, you know, that was kind of like classic kind of, you know, crazy mystery kind of shit right there that ended in a genuine kind of horror-esque themed villain, which was pretty cool as well. I don't know. I've liked all 3 of these, though, I will say. I definitely have. And like I said, in the original, I questioned if Robin was going to be in this. I genuinely don't know, because, again, we've had 3 episodes that it's just Batman exclusive, unless he does come in at, like, say, later on in the season, like, I don't know, halfway through or something. I know that they're an iconic duo, though, you know, so I have no idea. But I am liking how it's just Batman right now, and even then, we're really kind of just keeping things on Batman himself. We're not really showing the personal life of Bruce Wayne yet. Bruce has only been in this set thus far one time to do a small Bruce thing, but even then it's been mostly Batman, so I'm curious if that just means that, you know, the character plays more into the fact that he is more of the mask than the actual person at that point, you know. That could be a plot point down the line, is how, you know, Bruce has become more of Batman than he ever was as Bruce, and, you know, that could be a bit of an identity-themed episode. I don't know. I'm also curious if he ever does end up getting discovered by any of his villains, you know, because this dude was like, you know what, keep the fucking identity, I don't really care, I got a job and that's that. But I don't know, this was a really creative episode though, and I really did enjoy this one quite strongly. So yeah, off to a good start, I will say. But I will make a cut right here, guys, and when I do come back, we'll do the final 2 episodes in this set, 4 and 5. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, guys, and we are back to conclude this set of Batman with episodes 4 and 5. So let's go with episode 4. It's never too late. Ominous. For sure. What's we got? Oh my god, this is the most colourful the series has been so far. Like, bright red, Jesus. It's kind of like an eyesore, really. And it's daytime as well, like, what the hell, what? Is this the right show?
The mob war in Gotham continues tonight. Rival crime families led by Rupert Thorne and Arnold Stromwell continue to battle for control of the city's underworld.
Hey, that's a nice picture of you, boss.
Pipe down.
According to Police Commissioner Gordon, mob violence is intensifying.
I'll write down
What
names
we
and
have here is a
whatnot for the
battle
next
between
set,
an
because there are a
older
lot.
crime boss and his younger rival for control of the rackets in Gotham.
But given how
And in this case, it looks like
prevalent
youth
the
has the
police
edge.
force are in the show,
I'd say Stromwell is
I get the
about to
feeling
be
I'm going to
retired.
want to know those names.
We'll see about that.
But the struggle may now be taking a tragic twist with the reported disappearance of Arnold Stromwell's only son, Joseph.
Calm down, boss. Remember your blood pressure.
I want my son back.
Sure.
I know, Arnie. I know.
This war has to stop. I want a meeting with Thorne, and I want it tonight.
I'll
This
set
is
it
a
up,
case
Mr.
where
Stromwell.
Batman's got to defuse the situation while also rescuing the mob child. What an interesting picture. Painting.
Oh. It's Thorne. He's got my son. I know it. I know it.
Yeah, but, you know, that's the easy conclusion to make, and that's what makes it very easy for people to manipulate it. Just go off the assumption that the obvious candidate would take it.
Come on, buddy. You're out of here. Huh?
Nice. Let him finish the drink at least.
Let's go.
Stromwell wants the meeting tonight. We'll put out a sign that says private party.
Yeah, a going away party.
Now, when Arnie gets here, we're all gonna act nice. Make him feel we want a truce. All everybody has to do is follow my instructions. And you get the first cue,
Yeah.
Pete. It's gotta go like clockwork. After Pete leaves, the lights go out.
Oh my god, actual master of disguise, Mr. Bruce. I didn't realize you had more than one mask. I thought that was actually the commissioner. And again, placing a you know, tracker or anything, you know, a microphone probably is
Don't you start
illegal.
muscling on me. This is my town. I made it what it is.
You gotta swear you won't squeal on me, Mike. Gee, Arnie, you keep stealing junk, you're gonna get caught. Nah, someday I'm gonna own this town.
Oh, good lord. Would they murder a child on screen?
Arnie! What are you doing?
Oh, good lord! My god. Man. I thought we were really going into like... Oh, what the fuck? No way! Jesus Christ! Oh my god, the fucking debate! My god! Oh, they lure you into that false sense of security by dodging the first train and then BAM! Wow. Okay. I feel like I need to stop underestimating this series because it's not afraid to go into, like, what the fuck territory. Holy God. Oh, that bait and switch was just beautiful. Beautiful. My God, what are the actual chances? Oh. Oh, that's grim as shit. Butler?
Excuse me, Father.
What can I help you with?
Oh.
You?
It's coming down tonight, Father. He's going to need you.
Arnold? That's one soul I wish I could give up on.
I don't believe you'd give up on anyone, Father. Please be there.
It is weird hearing Batman say father. Cool, but strange at the same time. Also a little, like, desperation in his voice there as well. It's nice to know Batman doesn't have the same tone with everyone.
Hi, Arnie. I'm glad we could get together.
We'll see, Thorne. It's time to talk.
I think we should talk alone, man to man. Let the boys get some air.
Well, that's kind of just sus, because you have two guys and he has, like, fucking 5.
I saw. It's making things difficult. You're making things difficult.
Come on, Arnie. This town's big enough for the two of us.
Where's my son?
What?
My son, where is he? What have you done to him?
I don't know anything about it.
You lowlife. You'd do anything to take over my city.
I didn't touch your kid. I swear it, Arnie. You know I don't mess with family. Hey, come on. We're getting off on the wrong foot here.
But if you
It's
didn't...
a shame about your kid.
Where is the boy?
Maybe I can help.
How?
Well, I got connections you don't. Good. Now we can't talk on an empty stomach. Pete, I want to see an antipasto out here that'll knock our socks off.
No! Huh?
Oh, the bat. Shit. It was a fair play, to be fair. Trap him and blow the fuck up. Quick, efficient.
The boss!
But it still failed because of one powerless,
Can't go in there.
beautiful
It
man.
was a setup. We can't do nothing now. We gotta regroup. Come on, before the cops get here.
Consider yourself replaced, Arnie. It's party time.
Did he take the boy though?
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta love those dramatic entrances.
What? No, what? Where am I?
Yes, the Batman.
I'm alive. You, what are you doing?
Saving your hide.
You know what that means? The mob owes Batman a favor. Which probably means they'll let him live one time they get the drop on him.
Wow, he's really out there.
Let me go, you pig freak!
And again, all that in luscious tights.
The media's going to nail us on this one. What are you looking at?
Your hair. It looked better on TV.
Ooh.
Definitely arson, Commissioner Gordon. A bomb.
Darn shame. They made the best cannolis.
Anybody in there?
There's no evidence anyone was inside.
There was somebody in there. Batman saved his butt. I seen him, man. He was just leaping on the rooftops, carrying somebody on his shoulders. I seen it. Like a dark angel snatching the guy from the fires of Hades, man.
Well, quite an interesting description. A dark angel. That works.
Your news puts a crimp in our celebration, Simon.
Sorry, Mr. Thorne. But why would Batman want to save a guy like Stromwell?
To get him to spill his guts about the organization.
Or he's just got a no-killing rule.
Get
you know.
everyone on the street.
Too many heroes
Check the
got
train
that rule.
yards. Find Stromwell and the Batman and get rid of him.
I know it's kind of a meme that, like, he never kills Joker. Despite how many lives he probably would save if he did.
All right, why the heroics?
You've got something I want.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Information about the gangs.
Well, I appreciate you saving my life and all, but you're gonna have to come up with a better reason for me to turn stoolie.
I'll try and deliver.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna pay for this.
He
Hey, I know this
literally
place.
saved your
I
life.
started out here.
Selling drugs.
Prove it.
And now you manufacture them.
Prove that, too. Nobody twists anybody's arm to take them, you know. And for the record, I make candy. Hey, what are you doing?
It's quite flimsy for a mob boss.
Sunrise Foundation means nothing to me. What is this place?
A drug rehab center.
No, I ain't going in. Your 10-cent tour of the city's over. So, what could it hurt? One little look, right? Joey.
Oh.
Yes, and he's lucky. He'll pull through.
Connie, why didn't you call me?
I didn't know until today. I'd never have known if it weren't for Batman.
Wow. We just went in
Don't
and did
get
the
any
whole
closer.
thing off screen.
The nurse said
Good
not to
job.
disturb him.
I'll find the guy who got him hooked.
Just look in the mirror. It was your drugs and your people who sell them. I left you to get away from what you're doing. Our son wasn't so lucky.
Oof. Yeah, it's a big thing about these kind of mob,
Help stop it.
these kind of drug manufactions is
All
that
your power and money has bought you as an empire of misery.
they never think or even associate with the
What do you
people
want me
that
to do?
they
Close
obviously
down the organization.
sell to.
Talk to the DA.
Breaking Bad does a
Turn
pretty
in all
good
the records.
job of
It
conveying
has
the
to
reality of
stop
that.
Stromwell. It has to stop. Now.
Here are the records. Look them over.
I'm really surprised though they were able to just directly say drugs instead of like some silly kind of gas or something.
These are dummy books.
Yeah, and you're the dummy.
They're both up there all right. Let's smoke them out.
You think I'd go down that easy? Ha! I got scores to settle. I'm Big Bad News. Always have been. Always will be.
What about Joey?
I'm getting him out of that freak ward, so I know he'll get better.
You're fooling yourself again, Stromwell.
You're the fool, Batman. Now, if you just stay nice and quiet.
Tear gas.
Come on, Batman. You always got some kind of silly device to get out of these things. There you go. Where the hell did that come from? I don't know, but what's it matter?
Hey, look out!
Stash, Freddy, get up there.
Stay here. Don't move.
Oh, he isn't out yet?
Stash, that you? Where's Batman?
You fool. You're a fool forever doubting the Dark Knight himself. Alright, seriously, what in the hell? How is he not out yet? It's fucking tear gas.
Huh?
You blew it, you jerks!
Oh god, this smudgy effect is kind of weird.
Over there! It's Cromwell!
He ain't here.
He's gotta be here somewhere.
What? I swear, man, are you sure this dude doesn't have teleportation? How in the hell did he get out of that one? My disbelief can only go so far, guys. Like,
Arnie,
come on.
it's time to come home. No! Get away from me!
You can't run anymore, Arnie.
Uh-oh. This is like the ultimate PTSD flashback.
Go ahead, take some. No! You stole that candy, Arnie. I don't want it. What a mama's boy.
No! Not again!
Someday I'm gonna own this town.
Get off! Get off!
Arnie! What are you doing? Get off the tracks! Arnie! Arnie!
Yep.
Jump, Arnie! Jump!
And he got in between the tracks, but the other one weren't so lucky. Oh, that's even worse. The fact that he saved his own. The fact that he saved his life and lost his.
Michael!
Oh, that makes it even worse. There's survivors still on top of it.
I'm here, Arnie. What are you doing here, Michael?
I came to help you, Arnie.
I don't need your help.
Wait, what?
Is that a fact? An empire crumbling? A marriage shattered?
Wait, this is the kid? He survived?
Sure. You're doing fine.
Wait, what? Now I'm confused. What?
Stay away, Michael. Last time you helped me, it cost you your leg.
Oh, I get by. Knock on wood.
Really? That's it?
You knew I was
the
no
leg?
good, Mike. Why'd you save me?
Arnie.
They
what else
coped out.
could I do?
That's a shame.
But now you've got a chance to save yourself. Come on, Arnie. Do the
The
right
invocations were pretty
for
grim, but
yourself.
damn.
For your son.
I guess there's some limitations.
From me, your little brother.
Michael.
Your family reunion touches me, Stromwell. Now say goodbye. Ah!
Sure, bye. My work is done.
Commissioner Gordon, I have a statement to give you.
And that is a job well done. Cool. Alright. It definitely is interesting seeing the kind of hero Batman is, and because of, because of the pretty large episode count we have in this series, I imagine we're probably going to get a lot of episodes that are just, not necessarily dealing with kind of status quo characters, but just seeing the kind of different varieties of genuine realistic crime that happen in, in our world that Batman, I guess, helps deal with, Because, you think of, like, typical heroes like Spidey and whatnot, and it's like, they very much have a handful of characters, and yeah, they go into some kind of they go into real crimes here and there, like us. Spectacular had the Goblin Green for a drug analogy, and whatnot. But yeah, it is interesting and pretty cool that we're seeing that Batman actually deals with a lot of the kind of the more realistic cases of crime. Now, obviously, that could be because, again, there aren't much in the way of superheroes and super villains in this series. Very much not kind of enhanced kind of characters, I guess is a better description. And since he is a regular guy doing this, it makes sense that he would deal with these kind of crimes as well. And drug trafficking is definitely among some of the highest priorities of stuff to take out. And it's as sad as you go, but when you take out one or two or however many, there's always someone new to take over the territory, and it's pretty cool that we're actually seeing Batman take on some of these guys, So I'm really curious if we're going to get a lot of those episodes throughout the series, because obviously right now we're just in the starting ground for the actual character, the world of Earth and Gotham City and whatnot. And, I do suspect, obviously, more memorable characters will come around here and later. I'm curious if we're still going to be doing these kind of I don't want to say episodics, because this feels like it will be a very much episodic series. But if we'll get into episodic storylines where we take on more realistic approaches and what kind of just everyday kind of thugs and crime bosses we take on, because so far 4 episodes in, and with the one exception of the guy from before, who I assume, just the assumption is the Riddler, we've had pretty much just no kind of memorable villains so far. It's just Batman doing his thing, probably in the early stages of obviously his crime fighting career, when he had pretty much no real credibility or name to him, and thus no real memorable villains to take on yet. But right here, it's like, yeah, he's just doing the average everyday thing. It's really curious, his kind of character, to where he actually tried everything he could to reform the mob boss. He didn't just beat them and then back in jail. He did with the one dude. He did with the other territory disputer. But for Arnie himself, he actually went out of his way to not only save his son, you know, to get his family back together, but even to help him out, you know, which is really interesting. So, I guess, yeah, Batman, not only does he try and arrest criminals and whatnot, but I guess every now and then he also tries to redeem them, which is honestly quite surprising. You know, I wouldn't expect that. Based off just first glance of what I know, I would suspect Batman just be the character, you know, get the job done, move on. But no, I guess in some cases, you know, he actually goes a little deeper in that and tries to actually understand the person and reform them. This is, of course, the first time we've actually had that thus far, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. It does show that Batman is more of a more layered character than just a simple anti-fighting, you know, the anti-crime fighter. So it's good. That's really cool. I do like that. Unfortunately, my assumptions were wrong in that they didn't actually just, you know, show a kid dying. I mean, they didn't show it either way, but, you know, the Michael didn't actually die, unfortunately. It was very much just, oh, he lost his leg, which, to be fair, is pretty gruesome to still admit, but it wasn't death, you know. I'm really just astonished right now at how much they managed to get past censors and whatnot for what I assume is still even in the teen series, just a kid series in general, you know, because my god, typically you need some kind of a censor on stuff like drugs and whatnot, and to be fair, nothing was really, aside from the vague term of drugs, nothing was, you know, directly said. It wasn't like, oh, we're stopping cocaine and meth at the moment, you know, nothing like that. But yeah, for them to actually say outright drugs and, you know, admit that that is the stuff that's dealing with here, it's pretty cool. You know, a lot of other series, they got a sense of that kind of terminology, but here, they just go for it. I gotta remember, it's the 90s, and, you know, restrictions were probably a lot less severe those days than it was, than it is in modern television, but it's still cool to see. It's still really nice to see. Makes me curious, though, how modern Batman is with the current censorship of, you know, television. I'd hope it's not too bad compared to now, but, you know, you can never really tell. I know that Batman's probably way more loved by not teenagers, by, you know, younger children nowadays, so I hope they didn't, you know, they didn't censor it too much, because that would really suck. But anyway, we'll have the final episode in this set right now, guys. Episode 5. I will do the intro in this one. You know, don't show it every episode, because then it gets a little repetitive, but it's fine to do every now and then. Anyway, let's go on with the final episode in this set. Episode 5. More use of the Batmobile, please. It's a sick car and I would like to see it more. I know we're only in the early stages of the series, but, you know, it's worth saying anyway. So who's on the catalogue list today? Appointment in Crime Alley. Alright. Oh! Damn! Is there one episode in this show that doesn't have an explosion? My god! It's like an entire block gone. Oh.
You do good work, Mr. What did you say your name was?
Nitro, Mr. Daggett, on account of explosives on my business.
Nitro.
I assume Crocker explained the terms of your employment, Mr. Nitro?
Sure. There's an old gas line running under the whole block. I make it look like the pipeline ruptured, so the job can't be traced to you.
It's to be done while I give my speech to the Gotham Better Business Council. 9 o'clock, exactly.
Trust me, when the hands on our watch hit 9, boom.
I don't know. You go for dead on the hour and it does look a little sus.
As expected, the city zoning board today rejected a request by the Daggett Development Corporation to raise a block of
cool.
landmark brownstones along Gotham's Park Row. 30 years ago, Park Row was Gotham City's most glamorous
I like
address.
that. He's got a home
but
gym.
In recent years, the area has suffered a decline, and today it is a slum better known as the infamous Crime Alley. But to its inhabitants,
Fair
many
enough.
of whom spoke at the zoning board today, Crime Alley is the only home they have, and they fear its loss. Others, like Roland Daggett, director of the Daggett Development Corporation, see the situation differently.
It's tragic. Park Row may be an historical landmark, but it's also a breeding ground for crime. Of course, much as we disagree with the zoning board's decision, our hands are tied.
But you know who has got a lot of money?
Roland Daggett's up to something.
Billions, in fact, that could help that little alley quite
I don't
well.
know what it is yet, but I will.
You don't want to be late for your 8 o'clock appointment, sir.
Have I ever been late?
No, sir. Not once in all these years.
Well, that's a pretty good track record, my god. $7:40 p.m. Something tells me that car can go at least 300 an hour. Pocket watch, I'll say that.
Help! 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 Somebody help my mommy! Those men in our apartment, they'll hurt her. I climbed out the window.
Where?
Lady, you and your kid were told to clear out. You didn't listen. Maybe you'd like to be carried out.
No, please.
Nice. Of all nights, of all chances. And of course he has to still do it in style. Oh no. You keep messing around, you might be late for your first time. See, by this point, I don't imagine Batman has the reputation to where every
What did they mean you were
every
born to
thug
clear
or
out?
criminal
Days ago,
knows who he
these three
is.
show up, say they're working for some corporation. They tell everyone on our block they gotta leave. But where we gonna go?
If only I had billions and could easily save this place. Basically, just be like being a
He's never
takeout.
been late before. I'd better look for him.
If that.
Where you off to, Miss Tompkins?
Just looking for a friend, Maggie.
You be careful.
Maggie, I've lived in Park Row for 30 years. It's my home. I'm not afraid here. What are you doing here? This building's condemned. I saw you on the news. You work for Daggett.
Yep.
Oh, my gracious.
Well. That lasted all of 5 minutes.
I'm looking for Dr. Tompkins.
She said somebody was supposed to meet her. You?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Leslie went looking for you. I told her to be careful. Bad things happen to people in Crime Alley.
I know.
Well, that perfect record is now ruined, man. Big shame.
Urban redevelopment, lady. That's what this is all about. Tell me if the rope's too tight.
Well, aren't you nice?
All set. We just gotta do that old hotel down the street. And then when 9 o'clock rolls around...
Boom! Instant slum clearance. Next stop, mini mall.
You can't destroy that hotel. This block may be abandoned, but that building has people living in it.
Hey, we told them to leave. They stand in the way of redevelopment, they get bulldozed. Nothing personal, just business.
You're insane. You won't get away with...
Alright. Well, 40 minutes.
Did Leslie call?
No, sir. Is anything wrong?
We missed each other. I'm on my way to her apartment. Something's come up, Alfred. I'll be in touch.
Now you're gonna listen to me! I want justice, Gotham City!
Fair enough.
Who's the hostage?
Some clerk from Daggett Development. Wrong place at the wrong time with an eviction notice. 10 seconds, we make our move.
If you go, the hostage might be hurt. I'll do it.
You'll do it? Who do you think you are?
I'm Batman, bitch.
You took my job, Gotham City! You took my home! Somebody's gotta pay for that! I pick you.
Put the gun down.
Who said that?
Oh, wow. Like I said, man, he's got crazy teleportation powers.
So you're working for Daggett, too?
I won't ask twice.
Oh. Wow. Good job, man. Not good. He really caught them both. My God.
Thanks for the help. Good thing you showed up.
Leslie?
Nah. Oh. Oh, wow. Personal. Both, I guess, a Batman and a Bruce kind of character then.
Poor Doc Tompkins. She's in trouble.
What trouble?
Nothing. I didn't see him grab her. I didn't see nothing.
What do you mean? Who grabbed her?
I don't know. Let go of me. Let go.
Where did you get this blasting cap? And where's Dr. Tompkins?
Yep.
Two guys, they grabbed her. She dropped it. I thought I could sell it, get a few bucks.
Where are they?
Corner of Finger and Broom. That's all I know, honest.
Fine. You're done, bro. You're a chump. And we have... Alright. Another 20?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce our speaker. A bold force for progress, a man of vision with the will to execute his dreams, Roland Daggett.
My god, every single night there's like 5,000 fucking crimes going on. No, not...
Just perfect.
Yeah, not a crime here, but something going on. Yeah, what? What's the story here?
Look out!
Runaway trolley!
Get out of the way! Trolley!
You have to break the window, man. Gotta be done. Wow. See, I know it's probably like $1 billion car, but I mean, that's a lot of force right there. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely stopped enough now. You're paying for that.
Oh my goodness, thank God.
I'm so afraid.
Oh, let me out of here. Oh,
Nice job.
I'm scared in all my life.
And yep, the clock is ticking. What? Is that just so no one steals it? Yeah.
Hello, Crocker. Long time no see.
Oh, crap.
What are you doing here?
Meeting a friend. What are you doing here, Crocker?
No, none of your business.
Somebody's trying to run the people in this neighborhood out of their homes. Your boss Daggett wouldn't know anything about this, would he?
Oh, no. No, of course not.
I didn't forget you.
How about you, Nitro?
Oh, he knows Nitro too.
You told your parole board you gave up the arson for hire game.
I did.
He
I'm
lied.
clean.
Really? Then what's this?
You crazy? This stuff is dangerous.
Talk to me, Nitro. After Daggett lost his appeal to the zoning board, Crocker hired you to level this whole neighborhood, didn't he?
That's it. That's right, you got it. Don't tell Daggett I talked.
Where's Leslie Tompkins?
The old lady? In there. Listen, we gotta get out of here. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Now we know our time frame. Oh, shit. Damn. He even knows how to defuse a bomb.
Don't worry about me. They're blowing up the old SRO hotel. You've got to get the people out.
Gentlemen, Gotham City is at a crossroads. As businessmen, the choice we face is clear. It's time we decide where we stand. Are we for progress or against it? For the future or for the past? For the weak or for the strong?
All in all.
In short, we cannot allow the underclass to hinder us from building a better tomorrow.
That was pretty well timed. Alright, well. Got the people out, but the block was still demolished. Yeah, take what you can get, I guess.
Mr. Daggett, any comments on this tragedy?
Does this affect your plans for redevelopment, Mr. Daggett?
It's a sad fact, but you have to expect violence in Crime Alley. These people don't value human life like we do.
Nobody values human life like you do, Daggett.
Oh dear.
I defused the bomb at the hotel.
His mouth was not moving at all
managed
there.
to destroy were a few condemned buildings. Once they confess, you're finished.
I'm shocked. Shocked to learn that arson was the cause of this tragedy. Thank heaven the criminals responsible have been caught.
But, Mr. Daggett, you told us to...
Officers, I believe your duty
Seriously?
is clear. Excuse me.
He just woke. Oh. I guess this is the first...
Daggett won't escape the law forever. There's nothing you can do now. And besides, you have an appointment to keep.
I guess that's the first time where one of Batman's foes has been simply too high up on the food chain to really be...
Good people lived here once.
Yeah. To really be convicted of his crimes.
Live in Crime Alley.
That was really good. That was a really good episode. That was good on its world building, honestly. I'll just let the outro play. It's not very long. Here's one thing, it's not very long. Alright, I'm back. That definitely sucked. I don't typically mind if I get interrupted in episode outros, but for the final one it usually does suck. But that was a really cool end-off of Batman the Animated Series. That was a much more personal feel to this episode, I would say, than many of the others, given that, you know, it's revealed to us that this is actually... I'm surprised we're learning this early on, that this is the place where Bruce's parents actually ended up dying, and that Leslie Tompkins actually comforted Bruce the night that it happened. And I think the article even said that not only did they die, but Bruce actually witnessed it, like, in person. You know, so we don't even, you know, want to imagine what kind of trauma that could bring to a child, learning that, you know, his parents died in front of his eyes. I mean, holy fuck. It wasn't revealed, I don't believe, how they died, meaning that it could have been a you know, like a gang involvement, a direct murder or whatever, or if it was just a genuine kind of force of nature that ended up tragically taking them, a big accident or whatever, you know. It didn't say there was anyone caught or any suspects or anything, so, you know, just based off, you know, the whole vibe and the whole motif of Crime Alley, though, I gotta assume that it was just, you know, culprits were never found, and for whatever reason, you know, whether the parents got Bruce out of the way on time or whatever, you know, he was left alive, you know. And based off the, you know, because she did hug Batman at the end as he gave 2 roses to, you know, the exact place that his parents died. I believe that does also signify that she knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. She knows the identity, which I believe makes 2 people in the series now who know of Batman's identity. That being, of course, the Butler and Leslie Tompkins. You know, so that is definitely interesting. I'm assuming that she is like a mother figure to Bruce, you know, because obviously he lost his parents at an extremely young age, and it looks like that for that entire duration, she's been at least in some capacity a part of his life. So, you know, it definitely is a more personal connection going on there. And yeah, like I said, it felt very more in-depth and personal, this episode, given the fact that, you know, for the entire duration of the episode, we're pretty much on the clock, you know. We know the time limit. We know that at the start, we pretty much have 40 minutes until everything goes down. And in probably the most dangerous district of Gotham, you know, because, you know, as it portrayed at the start, this is kind of just a part of Gotham that, unfortunately, has just withered away to time so badly that, you know, crime is at such a rapid pace in it, they just can't really keep up with it, you know. It's an age that's just been left to time to rot, you know. As sad as it is, it has kind of just been left to rot. That even Batman himself can't really contain all the crime that goes on there. And we even seen it because this is the first time that he's really spent his time directly kind of helping out multiple citizens at a time, you know. In every corner here, there is someone who needed help in some capacity, and we see that Batman directly, you know, while he's still got his thing going on, and while he's still, you know, worried about Leslie and whatnot, he still looks out for the people of Gotham as a whole, and as a result has to help pretty much everyone, you know, get out of this. And this, unfortunately, also being the first episode that, you know, the bad guy kind of got away, you know, the first time that a villain had kind of, you know, what's it called, you know, a reputation, corporal rankings and what that kind of shit, and unfortunately, he walked right on out of there in front of Batman with a smirk, you know. So, I mean, it shows that not every villain can get away. Some of them absolutely have power, and some of them absolutely have reputation to, you know, even if he got in jail, his lawyers would probably get him out of there in, like, you know, an afternoon. Kind of like the whole Kingpin thing. Oh, that bastard keeps coming out of prison every time Spider-Man puts him away, you know. But that was really good. That was a really strong end to the episode. Oh, man. That final shot where they showed that Leslie comforted Bruce, I mean, that was probably one of the most emotional scenes that we had. Oh, sorry. One of the most emotional scenes that we had of the series thus far. And I do like it how we got some backstory and some lore for the history of the series. That was really good, because that felt like the first true depth we had of Bruce Wayne, you know, because we've had some Batman stuff here and there. But that was the first kind of true moment we saw of Bruce Wayne, you know, and that is really cool to see. I really did enjoy that. And yeah, for those kind of reasons, that is probably the best episode of the series thus far, and it is a good way to end off a set, I will definitely say. I am loving how Batman is, or the animated series is taking its time to establish its characters, to establish its world building, for us to understand why Bruce Wayne became Batman in the first place, and explain why he sets out to, you know, to fight crime and to actually make the world, or Gotham at least, a better place, you know, because he grew up in probably a crime-ridden alley, and he understands firsthand the effects it has on people on an emotional level, not just, you know, from an outsider perspective here. He may be, you know, a billionaire, but he does understand what it does and firsthand how it affects people. So it is great to see the reasons and whatnot for why he became Batman to begin with, and this was really cool. I did like this. So given her importance, you know, to both Batman and Bruce, again, if she does know that Batman is Bruce, you know, but either way, the fact that she does have personal connections with Bruce at the very least, I am curious if Leslie will become a reoccurring character throughout the show, or just very story-centric episodes, I would say, if that makes sense, you know. I definitely expect to see her probably a couple more times in the show, because again, the animated series is a long-lasting one. But I am curious just how far we'll go with that. But yeah, that was really fun. Like I said, I am really curious, and I'm really, I am interested, you know. I will say that I am involved, I am interested in the animated series as a whole. I do like how it takes its time to tell its stories, and that it doesn't really just jump into the things that, you know, people would likely want to see. You know, like I said, there was no iconic Joker in this one, but even then, other adaptations of stories they sometimes take very long to actually introduce the iconic villains and whatnot, you know, so it's cool. I'm liking this, you know. Even though there were no, like I said, even though there were no really memorable or just iconic faces in this, I do like how this is going so far, and I'm really curious as to how we'll go moving forward, as well as just the general pacing of the series. Because I'm liking the pacing right now, but I am curious if it is going to speed up in the future, as well as if we'll get any multiple parters down the line, you know. I have no idea of this series in terms of if it has multiple parters to stories or whatnot, but yeah. This is good. This is strong. I'm liking this. Like I said, they are definitely still keeping a lot of things in the dark. Batman as himself is a bit of a mysterious figure in the series, but that is kind of the point of his character so far, so I don't mind it too much. But yeah, I'm liking it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys next time when we continue on with more Batman the Animated Series. I'll see you then.